We are so excited to take you on a book walk to share our second book, Learner-Focused Feedback, 19 Strategies to Observe for Impact, a follow-up to our Feedback to Feed Forward and 31 Strategies to Lead Learning. You now have access to 50 strategies to ensure your feedback about teaching and learning promotes growth and reflection. In this book, we extended our audience beyond administrators to include teachers and coaches to build their capacity to engage in feedback cycles as well.
Both books are comprehensive guides for those who support teachers with feedback and have been designated as visible learning supporting resources, with an endorsement from John Hattie on our latest book.
Recognizing the importance of an instructional leader's influence on culture and climate, we dedicated Chapter 1 to the power of feedback in the context of cultivating a culture of learning within our schools, and on the role of feedback in increasing teacher efficacy.
In our first book, we identified 3 core competencies and 21 core skills, and 6 standards of effective feedback, and we continue to support your capacity in these in learner-focused feedback. You will see each of the new strategies in blue, beginning with a foundation for the next set of strategies, planning. We recognize that for observers to facilitate reflection and growth about impact through feedback, they needed to know how to collect evidence of this impact. But to collect evidence, we have to understand how students learn, the focus of Chapter 2, and how teachers impact engagement and learning. And we revisit our 5 focus areas to help observers build capacity to identify causal attributions to support efficacy.
In each of the chapters, you will find stop and thinks for your own reflection and suggested next steps depending on your role. Whether you are a peer, a coach, or a principal, the strategies outlined in learner-focused feedback can support your impact on teachers.
We wrote this book because observers wanted more, asking us for more support in what to collect and how to collect comprehensive evidence. So we dedicated 3 chapters to these practices, and each opens with a shared experience from an observer in the field who has utilized the strategies. Chapter 3 focuses on steps we can take before we ever visit a classroom or observe a lesson, from planning to use your district's framework to thinking about specific disciplines and beyond.
There are specific actions and decisions we make when we first arrive to a lesson and in our first few minutes observing, the focus of Chapter 4. Throughout the chapters, you will find observer think-alouds and authentic examples of evidence collection in alignment with the suggested strategies.
As observers settle into a classroom or lesson, learning is unfolding, and to best identify a teacher's impact on engagement and learning, observers must adapt, the focus of Chapter 5. Not only do we provide authentic classroom examples, but also observers' analysis of impact, based on evidence collected through viewing, listening, and interacting with learners, and also through examination of student work in the moment.
Chapter 6 provides the support to ensure observers recognize the role of feedback in a broader context and how to utilize this powerful tool within systems to shift to a collaborative culture of learning, leveraging our suggested 6 steps and our cycle of continuous improvement.
Now is the time to dive into our comprehensive guides to engage in learner-focused feedback that feeds forward and increase your impact in your school community.